I still got traction here. Damn. It is the middle of November, close enough, and it is like 18 degrees Celsius. Unprecedented. I don't know who that is. Hi. I live here. Is this...
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm just reading your meter.
Oh, you reading the meter?
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty flashing.
Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, he just blew a tire there yesterday. He got, him and his brother got 3 deer for hunting season. And we were out taking them to the butcher shop. On the way, while we had the freaking deer in the back of the truck, in the sun, while it is as warm out as it is today, no skin on them, just the fat and the meat, and the freaking tire blows. And thankfully he was able to get a couple of tires I had laying at the house. His dad brought them over, so it didn't take too long. We didn't let the meat spoil, but man, it was close, because that meat was starting to get a little bit stinky when we got to the butcher shop. It had frozen overnight, so it was still thawing out, kind of thing. It wasn't too bad at all, but definitely didn't want to leave it. So we got that done. That was kind of a time crunch, but it was a fun experience nonetheless. So he was planning on putting on either Duratrax or BFG KO2s on it, because he's got some pretty nice rims on it already, so there's no reason not to put some good tires on it too. So yeah, I got all sorts of stickers on my bike now. So I'm trying to savor whatever little bit of this riding season that I can, because technically it should have already ended, but we've been blessed. I'm on deck. Oh, hell yeah, buddy. I'm surprised he's keeping up. We're doing like 80 almost, pretty much. Like, that's a fucking kid. Pull out the clipboard there, Percy. Got a lot of important things to write down on the side of the road. See, when I crank the throttle, it wobbles a little bit. So I thought maybe, you know, it was a flat tire. And because I had that before on the RXV, and that's what it did. Fucking wheel bearing. I probably could have serviced it sooner. Honestly, it's probably my fault, but I thought maybe the tire went flat because it was showing the bands, but yeah, there's the bands right there. But shit, now I don't know how to get this home. Oh, we're not really going far, just going to Mom's house. So hopefully I have enough gas to get me there and back, and hopefully my plate doesn't fall off, because this is a new plastic style mount, and all of the other plastic mounts I've had broke off. It's a chilly day, it's about 0 degrees, so I got 2 layers and no mirrors. I forgot to put my mirrors on. I got bar-end mirrors for it off of the SXV, but I'm not sure I want to put them on because, again, this is a dirt bike, and if I drop it, first thing that's coming off is the mirrors. So I don't want to have to pick my mirrors up off the ground, put them in my pocket to carry home. They're just cheap little mirrors, but they're nicer ones, better than the Chinese stuff that I got on my SXV. I need to get better mirrors for it too, because I could actually see more out of the other mirrors, which were smaller, which really sucks because I like the in-mounted mirrors a lot better. So I'm gonna have to find a better mirror, one that's more convex. Ooh, that's cold on the face. But the only thing keeping this experience pleasant is the sun. If the sun wasn't out, this would suck. We got some subflooring done on the upstairs master bedroom in the house. One of the friends of my stepdad, who's really into bikes, apparently he had worked on some done some custom paint jobs for helmets on the Canadian racing teams, superbike racing teams. Oh man, I don't know what the fuck is wrong. And one day he saw they had a trailer full of motorcycle parts, and he was asking them if he could take some parts, and they said, yeah, sure, take whatever you want. And he basically left with the whole trailer. Some Honda 600 CBR 600 fairings and a couple of other parts, and he basically turned all of those parts into one bike on the chassis of a 1989 Honda of some sort, some kind of carbureted Honda sport bike. Yeah, my rear license plate on this is like at like this angle. It's not perfectly flat, but it's like 15 degrees off. It's hardly noticeable from flat. So I'm gonna have to what I'm gonna have to do, and it's a plastic mount too. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to straight cut it right off, all the, because it hangs down like a lip, and so I'm just gonna end up straight cutting it right off, and then building another bracket like I put on my SXV that's just basically a metal piece of sheet metal, and it just comes straight down. Turn off on this here because we have gravel, plus this road sucks. This is where I lost my last license plate. I probably, you know what, honestly, I've probably lost 2 license plates here, because I lost the first one, and then the second one I finally picked up, and it was like just 100 meters behind me there. And a buddy of mine, he lost the muffler to his Civic. The freaking, it rattled it so hard it broke the welds off of his muffler on his Civic. And he drove it like that for a couple of months till he got around to putting it back on. But man, like this part of the road is terrible. And it's weird because just down further they've repaved it like several times in the past decade. But this side of it here, it's been like this for at least 10 years. You know, it's obviously gotten progressively worse, but like you can see here, the edge is starting to give away now. But I think it was last year, the year before, they came in and just patched the edges. I don't even think they did as far as here, but so it's like, oh yeah, they got the trucks in, they're gonna fix it. Oh no, they're just doing edging, so it doesn't fall out even more. I put a piece of 3M clear vinyl. I think it is sold as headlight wrap, but I'm not sure. It's pretty darn clear vinyl anyway, on the front headlight. I won't bother to do it for the rear, but I'm hoping that holds up. It's a brand new headlight, this one, so it'd be a good idea to protect it. Oh shit! Fuck! I need to remember to order spark plugs for my SXV, because I got all the other parts in for. We're doing a valve clearance job, and we needed of course, new gaskets, and we needed a bearing for the water pump shaft. But we already got the bearing, but the spark plugs It's a double pronged spark plug. So normal spark plugs for like your lawn tractor or whatever just has one hook on it. This has two, and I don't know if 3 would do any better, but I want to get the same ones because they were pretty good spark plugs. But they're probably honestly the originals or close to it anyway. It's getting chilly. It was up to a positive, a high of 5 degrees today, Celsius. It's like no wonder it didn't start right. I should have put that battery on charge before I left, but oh well. It's still got some juice in it. These bikes are pretty hard to crank over. It takes a lot of juice. It's 13 and of course then again it would have decompressors on it, so with the decompressors, slow RPM turnovers are like 65 psi. See how these, yeah, that's actually a nice high beam on that. I wish it was like an LED or an HID, but it is what it is, I suppose, and it works just fine. What I'm going to be using it for. Hands are getting stiff. I didn't put any glove liners on. These are just straight up mechanics.